What do you think is a typical costume in a thriller film for a character?
The costume for a protagonist in a thriller film is usually like a suit or something very casual. But as the film, progresses, the character's clothes will either get ripped or get extremely muddy, which would show like the scars and the pain that the protagonist is going through. Also, the protagonist would usually have a weapon, like a gun, as say a prop, which is obviously to fight the
Antagonist.
antagonist, which usually gives the antagonist a disadvantage.
Yeah. Thank you very much. When you think of a costume in a thriller film, what is a typical one you think of?
Taken, leather jacket, dark, creepy, kind of like mysterious look, and like the props, the guns, knives, don't know, kind of like dark bad boy kind of look. Kind of usually think of someone who's older, no one too young, like, old.
When you think of a thriller film, what is a typical costume you think of for like a villain type character?
I genuinely think of sort of wearing tracksuit bottoms, chavvy trainers, a black hoodie, maybe a cap with the hood up over the cap.
Yeah, looking a bit dodgy, I suppose.
Yeah, sort of stereotypical.
And what kind of like props would they be using?
I can imagine him sort of sitting on a fence smoking like a fag.
So you're kind of
looking kind of threatening.
describing a stereotypical teenager, like look like they're going to attack someone and that.
Yeah, basically.
What do you think is a typical costume for an antagonist in a thriller film?
Probably for an antagonist it would be probably smart clothes so they can blend in with like people that ain't criminals in a way. But also I think maybe like prison clothes, because most criminals end up in like prison.
So a prime example of that would be Dr. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. For a thriller film, what is a typical costume you think of for the protagonist, and could you give any examples?
Well, I think of a protagonist as someone wearing a suit to portray their powerfulness, like in the film The Focus, Will Smith. Obviously he wears a suit and obviously is more powerful than the rest. Obviously has all the money and is more powerful and has a hold on the rest of the characters.
Because of how much money he has.
Yeah.
And that is conveyed by the suit that he wears.
Yeah, so he kind of holds the rest of them in and making them really do the things that he wants them to do.
And that was all shown by his costume.
By his costume, yeah, wearing the suit. Obviously it's a nice suit, and obviously the money, the gambling. Obviously he's showing his power there by doing the gambling and obviously upping the stakes every time. To show that he's in control of the situation.
Okay, thank you.